Hey, Frugal Friends! Welcome to another episode of Frugal in the City with your girl, T. Washington. I am so excited to come to you guys today. Today, I'm talking to you all about budgeting and budgeting based on your values. So, if you're interested in learning how to do that, please stay tuned and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in. As you can see, I'm in a different place. I'm at the library actually. And I'm using one of their rooms for free to bring you this content. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys about budgeting based on your values, because this month has been amazing, which is being intentional about what I valued and what my family values collectively. So I'm reading off my notes as I always do so I won't miss out on anything. So the first thing I wanted to say to you guys is that budgeting is personal. Budgeting is personal. It's your budget. It's not based on anyone else's lifestyle. So it's solely based on you or your family if you guys budget together. So your budget is based upon what you value most. And like reading these books, I have been like, okay, let me create this budget. And there's one book that I love, really, is by Rachel Cruz, Love Your Life, Not Theirs, because she really hones in on not, creating your budget to match a lifestyle of someone else's, because at the end of the day, it's your life, and you will feel like you're always on the run, always if you're comparing yourself to someone else, someone else's life. You will get into debt, you do all of these things, and it's not even really what you want to do, but because you're comparing yourself to someone else's lifestyle, you will fall into that. So that's why I really want to talk to you guys about budgeting on based on your value. So I want to ask you, name some things that you value the most. What are some things you value? Is it family time? Is it travel? Is it adventure? Whatever it is, name those things, because these are the things that's going to help you create a budget to help you live your best budgeted life. Who doesn't want to have an awesome life, right? And my mantra is to live your life, okay? Instead of just existing. It's more than just going to work out. Life is way more than that. It's meant to be lived and experienced. So I'm really big on living life. I think before having my daughter, that's what my life was. It was always going to work, coming back home, going to work, come back home. And I did not really live life. I was really just existing. And I had to change that after maybe like the first year of having a child, because I was like, what's going on? So I really just want to encourage you guys today on this. For me, I value adventure, family time, mommy and me time, and my time, mommy time, and financial wellness. So those are the things that I value most. So that's how I use money that I do receive and get to budget for. So being a stay-at-home mom, living on one income, our budget is small. So I have to be creative. I'm forced to be creative because we have such a small budget. So it's a lot, for me being creative and being frugal with the money that I do have, that's entrusted with me, to make the most out of it, based on the things that I value. Like I said, I value family time, mommy time, mommy and me time. I do value those things. So I want to help you with budgeting, and living your best life, your best budgeted life. Okay, so these are the three. I think I have three points. Yes. So before you even start with your budget, like I just said, what do you value? Make a list from the very highest thing that you value to the lowest. Like I have top 5, maybe 6 things that you truly value. Is it travel? Like, start asking yourself, what do you really enjoy? What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to school? Like, how, ask yourself these things. Do you want to get out of debt? Ask yourself these things and write a list of those things. Okay, so after you have done that, the first thing to do is to know your expenses. What are your monthly expenses that you have to, spend no matter what? Like your fixed expenses, which is your mortgage or your rent, or what are some recurring things that you do have, like it's in monthly subscriptions. Just name them all down, write the whole list down. I don't care how much paper you have to go through, but write all of these things down, right? So after you write the list, I want you to then, in a different column or right beside it, to write the date that is due, okay, in that month. And this helps you to always have the money there, so you won't overdraft or anything like that. So have the list first, then the date, and then the amount that you have to pay, and total it out at the end. So have this list, do all of that, and at the end you have a total, right? And from there I want you to do inventory. As you've done this, looked at, said, man, this is a lot that I gotta spend out every month, right? Look at that list and say, do I really need it? Based on your values, based on what you value. Do I really need this? Do I really need that? Do I really need this? Does this, cable bill, do I really need to spend this much on cable? Do I really need this subscription? Like, it hasn't been helping me in any of the things that I value. So you go back to what you value when you go through these lists. You can't, So once you do that, you say, okay, do I need it? If I need this, is there a cheaper way to pay for this or to have this in my life? Is it a cheaper way? And if you look at it and say, I don't need it, just cut it on off, okay? This is extra money that's coming into your paycheck. It's coming into your fun things that I'm so excited about. This gives you more money to go towards the things you value, you guys. This is so big. I can't stress this enough. So once you have that list, and then you say, you do your inventory of what you want, what you need, and if you need it, can I get it cheaper? If not, I'm willing to keep it or cut it, okay? So once you do that, this is the fun part. What's left over? What's left over? How much money do you have left over to go towards the things you value most? This is big. How much do you have left over to go towards your goals, to go towards your dreams, to go towards the things that you really want to experience? Okay, is that like going to this girls trip, going to a family trip, having a staycation of just you and yourself, whatever it is? Okay, so what's left over? This can be hard or this can be easy, but I think like going into it at the very beginning, it can be a little hard because you just did a whole like inventory and you cut it so much stuff out, or you know, you're still figuring out what you need, what you don't need, all of that. So it can be a little bit hard. But then what you do with that leftover, what did I say? Yeah. Okay, so with your money, you can use it to grow your side hustle. You can use it to create a memorable experience. You can use it to feel pretty on your birthday. It's so awesome because it's based on you. Okay? It's based on your values. Okay? No one else's. No one else's. So get over that, you know, what is that syndrome of the Joneses. Your budget is your budget. It's not the Joneses budget. Okay? And sometimes the Joneses are in debt, but you don't even know. Sometimes. I'm not going to say every time. Sometimes people think the worst when they compare someone. Well, they probably having arguments. They saying they're having their best life. You know, don't judge. Don't judge. But the thing is, the only thing that you can judge is your budget and what you're choosing to do with it, right? Your lifestyle, right? Only you. This is just you. So yeah. I just wanted to say, this month, has been amazing, you guys. It's been amazing. This is like the first month, because I think I've been teeter-tottering, a little here, a little there, with doing my what I value, figuring out what I really value, all of that over time. Because I've been on this thing for the past 4.5 months, right? So it takes time, you guys. Don't feel like you have to rush and have everything together after listening to this video. This is a time for you just to sit down and really think about what you value most and taking control of your money and using that to go towards those things. And this will begin to fulfill you. I'm so serious. It begins to fulfill you, because once you start spending, if you're spending money on just things that does not fulfill you, does not bring you life, does not give you joy, and you're just spending all this money and you're upset because you have to you're feeling like you're working just to pay off bills, right? You don't want to live a life that you're just working to pay off Peter, Tom, and Billy, and Jen, and Craig. Seriously, okay? Seriously. So, you don't want to live that life. So, as you're getting out of debt, as you're doing these things, have some money to the side that's going to bring you some life. For real. That's going to really, work for you. So, like I said, I was finally intentional with what I value most. Going to the salon every month is not my jam, but it might be yours. Getting my nails done will be nice, but I'd rather to have mommy and me dates with my daughter. That's what I value. Your values might be different. Okay? So your budget is what you make it based upon what you value most. I can't stress that enough. So with that being said, I hope that you have been encouraged with this video. I'm going to go over what I just made points on. Number one, the first thing before going into the steps is to know what you value. Take some time and think about this, and then have an understanding of what your expenses are. Those monthly expenses, those recurring expenses. And number two, find out what you can cut, reduce, or keep in that list based on what you value. Okay? And the third thing is what's left over. Okay, that's the fun. That's the fun part. What's left over? What can you do with what you have left over? This becomes like very creative for you. Like if you don't have that much, because we don't have that much allocated for our monthly things that we want to do or experience. But it allows you to be creative. How can we still make family time fun, and how you still can have adventure without spending so much money, how you still can have these experiences that you say that you want to have without spending so much, or you might have to be more diligent with your spending so that you can experience it, because when you do experience it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it feels so good. Okay, it feels so good because you've been diligent. You've been holding true to what you value and what you want to accomplish. You guys. So like I said, and then, yeah, that's the last thing is what's left over. Okay. So I hope that this video encourages you, that it just gives you some hope and it inspires you to go and write a list of what you value and start putting your money to work. Have it work for you. You take charge, okay? You're going to work, you're doing the work, you put your money to work, okay? Do you want to have your money grow? Learn about investing. Do you want your money to provide this experience? Well, tell it to. You have the responsibility, not the responsibility, but you have the power to do that. Okay? It's all in choice. Don't let your money tell you what to do. Okay? You tell your money what to do. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Frugal in the City with your girl T. Washington, the content creator of Frugal in the City YouTube and blog. Just coming to you real about this, you guys. It is so freeing to have control over your money, knowing where your money goes instead of you at the end of the month like, where did my money go? Having no idea. Your money is spent and you mad. You're like, what? So yes, having an awesome week. Okay, enjoy the beautiful weekend that we have coming to us, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye.